6 years ago, we discovered Château de Purnon, abandoned for decades, her roof collapsing, her 105 rooms crumbling and on the path to ruin. We were determined to save her. But had we discovered her too late?
The rain is literally coming in sideways. Can we save it?
Well,
I don't think I've ever been as tired and filthy as I am today.
Our own determination would not be enough. We enlisted the support of one of France's finest heritage architects.
C'est catastrophique. La toiture est effrayante.
A team of incredible artisans, carpenters, stonemasons, roofers, sculptors, and set out on a remarkable journey to save one of France's most beautiful chateaux.
Very exciting day here at the chateau. We have mounted the scaffolding for the first time.
We will save the chateau.
This is the very last time that Purnon's old roof will have to endure such a storm. What a monumental week in the restoration of this incredible chateau. We are halfway there. This is the last time in certainly our generation, certainly the next generation, that somebody will actually stand here and see these chimneys up close.
That sound of the tapping of the hammer that the roofers use is a sound that we've come to absolutely love over the last few years, because it is the sound of progress.
today, after over 3 years of restoration work, the canopy that sits over the western pavilion, the western roof, is going to come down. We are now getting to really the final stages.
This is the last time in more than a century that anyone will stand up here and be part of the restoration of this magnificent roof.
Days since the very first pieces of scaffolding arrived to commence the restoration work on Purnon's facades and roof. That's 4 years, 4 months and 19 days to be precise. And finally today, the very last pieces of scaffolding are leaving. There is no more scaffolding on Purnon's facades at all. That work is now, can you believe I'm actually saying this, completed. Of course, there is lots of work still to do, but this is a moment to be celebrated. Well, I am up on the first floor of the chateau in the most central room. We had some very exciting news and we launched an incredible collaboration with Farrow and Ball for the Purnon papers, which is a collection of wallpapers inspired by 5 wallpapers that were discovered here. And one of those papers we have selected to hang in this room. Hung with the patience that only a father could have for his daughter, and a legacy that we hope will be enjoyed for centuries to come. This room gets the most magnificent view of Purnon's Grande Allée. About 2 years ago, we installed the heating system, and we were very excited about when the day might come that we would finally have heating on the first floor. Well, that day has come. Oh, hey, what a joy. This is our future bibliothèque. We have been waiting a long time for this. Day 1 of painting the bibliothèque. Day 2 of painting the bibliothèque. Day 3 of painting the bibliothèque. Day 4 of painting the bibliothèque.
Day 5 of the painting of the bookcases. And this is where those epic bookcases will go. Well, what a remarkable transformation.
Three years without a shower. Ooh, it may be coming to an end. Time to enjoy this glorious bath. The chateau has its first bathroom with a shower. Every day the chateau gets just a little more comfortable. I think this has the potential to be one of the most beautiful bedrooms and bathrooms on the first floor of the chateau. Let's see how we go. The wallpaper that we are going to hang today is a design that has been created from a wallpaper that was found here at Purnon. We had 105 rooms to restore when we arrived here. We are under 100, and if that's not great progress, I don't know what is. Come in and look at this room. We haven't shown you this before. So this is going to be our first floor laundry.
When we found it, it was the world's mankiest bathroom.
Well, there's some weeks where you work really hard and feel like you have not much to show for it at the end. But this week we've worked really hard and I feel like we've got a lot to show for it, even though it's really just an empty room at the moment still.
When we arrived at Purnon, we came across hidden rooms, concealed between the floors. Long forgotten spaces that we can give new life to in our era.
These are going to be Purnon's archive rooms, and you could not find these if you tried. These are the most hidden rooms in the chateau. winter, we really want somewhere where we can just be warm and cosy.
We didn't just come to save a building of extraordinary beauty. We also wanted to learn about the lives of the people who'd lived and worked here over the last 2.5 centuries. And by learning about them, I guess we hoped that we would also learn from them.
The only source of natural light that the maid for this room had.
Je pense que ça, c'est les ciels de lit de monsieur et madame qui viennent de la
Mais
chambre.
non!
Je pense.
She would never know that her husband's final thoughts before his execution would be of her, sorry. And as I pulled the shelf out, down tumbled a great mass of whatever was on the shelf. Now, recalling when we arrived that we were offered the key to paradise.
Voilà la clé du paradis.
Ah, la clé du paradis!
We have in fact found le clé du paradis.
Oh, stop it.
It's fallen off the top shelf of the second floor, and it's definitely a painting. Who are we looking at here?
Je suis née ici, au château, mais pas dans le château, dans les communs. Mon papa était jardinier sur la propriété et ma maman cuisinière.
Here he is, Jules Marceau, 147th Regiment of Infantry, mort pour la France, died for France, the 19th of July 1918. He was 22 years of age. He was never married. He had no children. And I wonder how often people come and pause before this cross and remember that he lived and give thanks for his sacrifice.
Mon arrière-grand-père,
Daniel,
marquis de Rochequéry, donc le premier propriétaire Rochequéry de Purnon.
Oui. It does solve a lot of questions that we've had about Adelaide. I think it also sparks some more questions, but an amazing discovery.
And as I leaned in, you could see the wooden sculpted pocket.
Well, what a historic moment. Here it is, the oldest surviving billiard table in France, discovered in pieces up here in the chateau attic and returned to this beautifully restored room that was in complete ruins when we arrived here 6 years ago.
It's a vast estate, and when things go wrong, they really, really go wrong.
Oh well, babe. Crap. There's some days here that make you just want to cry.
Leaking roofs, collapsed buildings, broken bones, snake bites, rat plagues. We've had it all. We're not happy. Section of our wall has fallen.
We have a huge problem. The section, unfortunately, now has completely fallen.
Well, we were warned by our architect at the outset that things would get way worse before they got better, and that's certainly been true. The dry moat is a complete mess.
Well, this is so exciting. This is the completion of the eastern wall of the moat.
Soon work will commence on the restoration of Purnon's dry moat wall on the western side. You can see the disconcerting bend in the wall, and if we don't set to work on restoring this soon, it will collapse. Some of the most important works on our journey to save Château de Purnon are projects that will ultimately never be seen. But we can sure see them now.
No image, no video does the chateau justice until you're standing and you see it in its full glory.
Through hundreds of hours of careful reflection, discussion and planning, a master plan for the estate's parks and gardens is gradually taking shape.
First of all, you're overwhelmed by the scale.
Il est très beau et très fort, le parc avec des beaux arbres.
This garden will hopefully be around for another 200 or 300 years. What a wonderful thought that is.
Well, one of the most anticipated projects is going to be the return of Purnon's sublime lions to once again look out over the Chateau Park.
Là on voit l'œil, là on voit bien enfin, les yeux d'ailleurs.
Incredible. See you guys soon.